Hi friends, back again with yet another video on some disease today. Today we are going to talk about thyroid. So what are the problems that a person face in thyroid, and most importantly how we can cure it. As you all know, thyroid gland is located here. It's a butterfly shaped endocrine gland which secretes hormone thyroxine. When some malfunctioning occurs in this gland, then you experience a disease called thyroid. So, it can be a hypothyroid or it can be an hyperthyroid. But most commonly, what is seen is hypothyroid, and it is also commonly seen in females. Actually, this disease has nothing to do with the gender, but since it's an autoimmune disease, so females are more prone to this disease. That's why you find more females suffering from thyroid than males. Majorly it's a hypothyroid that occurs, and very few people have hyperthyroid, but still this disease is like a seesaw. If you are suffering from hypothyroid, when you take medicines or other dietary things, it may shift to hyperthyroidism for few days, and then it goes back to hypothyroidism. So it's a swinging disease sort of thing. And the general conditions that one person faces is the sudden increase or decrease in weight. There is a lot of fatigue, and in females especially menstrual disorders are seen. Then bulging eyes are there. There is a mood swing. Neck becomes swollen, sort of. You can make out that something abnormal is there in the neck. It even affects the fertility of a person, and people also suffer from constipation if they have hypothyroid. And when they have hyperthyroidism, there is a frequent urge to go to toilet. There's a lot of bowel movement, it means. When we are suffering from thyroid, then there is so much of distress in our life, irritability, and moreover, when you are not losing weight, in spite of eating less, you feel so worried about it, because obesity gives birth to very many other diseases. So, what can be the causes that the thyroid happens to you? Actually, the exact causes are not known. It is the malfunctioning of the glands, the secretions done by our glands. Exact cause is not determined yet, but people say it is because of the lifestyle. So we can also call it a lifestyle disease. When we eat too much things in plastics, we don't have a proper orderly lifestyle, and we don't follow the proper sleeping habits. That is one of the major causes of having a thyroid. And then last but not the least, but one of the most important causes, stress. So everybody is living stressed life these days. That is why 30 years back very few people you could hear ki they had a thyroid, but now so many females complain about this disease. Once you are diagnosed with the thyroid, that you have to go and get it clinically tested. And please see that don't get very anxious, because the range these days the doctors give is very less. It's like 0.5 to 4.5 is a normal range, and if you are below 0.4 or above 4.5, that means you are suffering from some sort of thyroid. But that's not the case. Please don't get panicked, because these ranges have been deliberately reduced so that the doctors can make money. So be aware of it. Even if your range is like, you get 8 score in your thyroid test or 10 score, don't get afraid. It can be cured through simple changes in your lifestyle and yoga and meditation. Please don't fall prey to the pills available in the market, and these pills have side effects, and modern medical science doctors say that thyroid is not curable, so they'll give you pills throughout your life. So better not to start your pills. But if you have started the pills, I'm just giving you the cure. If that cure works for you, the mg of the pills can get reduced. So what you do is either if you have hyperthyroid or hypothyroid, first change the eating habits. Eat more of curd, cottage cheese, oats, cherries, sweet potatoes, and please don't, doctors often recommend iodized supplements like iodized salts. Please don't take iodized salt. Always prefer rock salt or black salt in your food. Stop eating that white powdery salt or iodized salt that you get in the market. You can add more of nuts, and Brazilian nuts are said to have a very good impact for those who are suffering from thyroid. Then you can avoid soya products completely, fried foods, no packaged foods, no packaged and no canned foods, not at all. No alcohol, no sugar, no tea, coffee. So you might be thinking, then what we are going to eat? But there are lot many things you can eat. Just now I've said, those of you who are non-veg can have fish. Okay, so you can eat tomatoes, sweet potatoes, oats, cherries, basically all sorts of fresh fruits and vegetables. But please make sure that those who have got hypothyroid, you should not eat cabbage, broccoli, kale, cauliflower, because they are a little bit harmful. If you need to eat them, just cook them properly and then eat, and in minimal amount. You should also not eat the gluten-rich foods, especially those breads and pizza bases, those burgers, pastas made out of refined flour. So you have to avoid all this. It's very easy. I mean, it's not very hard to avoid these things and switch on to a very proper vegetarian diet for this, and it will cure it fast. So that's what we talked about diet. But other than diet, 3-4 things are also very important. First and foremost, I told you, don't take iodized salt. Take rock salt or black salt. And whenever you take salt, please make sure that when you are cooking, that time only you add salt. Don't add salt from above, not even in your salads. Okay, if in salads you need to eat salt, add black salt. Don't use even the rock salt, because the salt when added from above is harmful. Salt should always be cooked with your dish. In that way it does not harm, and that too, it should be a rock salt or black salt, right? So and the next thing that you have to do is you have to do yogas and pranayams and asanas. So one I'll tell you is, you have to rotate your neck up and down and like this. Okay, this has to be done for 4-5 minutes. Then one of the pranayam is Kapalbhati, but if you are suffering from other diseases like heart disease or BP, then do Kapalbhati and do Kapalbhati very slowly. Don't do it very fast. Then the other thing is you do Singhasan. Singhasan is making a sound of a lion coming out while you keep your tongue outside. Keeping your tongue outside. And for that you can please take a pen and paper and write these asanas, and you can Google out how to do these asanas. So I'll tell you few asanas that can be done, and you can just ask me in the comments whether if you have any other problem, then this particular asana can be done or not. So please write the asanas. That is Singhasan, Sarvangasan, Chakrasan, Dhanurasan, Ushtrasan, Ardha Matsendra Asan, Bhujangasan, Shavasan, Halasan, Surya Namaskar. And among the breathing exercise, that is pranayam, you can do Kapalbhati and Ujjayi pranayam, and you can say Om and then rotate your neck while saying Om. So that the vibration of Om and your breathing technique and your rotation of neck helps getting the thyroid gland produce correct amount of secretions. So there is a few more things that you have to do is you have to sit in the sun for 10 to 15 minutes daily, and that should be in the morning before 8:30 or 9 o'clock. The sun rays at that time gives you a lot of vitamin D. One other thing is you take a walnut oil. Basically, if you can take, I mean more importantly, if you can take organic walnut oil, that is very good. You take organic walnut oil in the night, few drops of it, 10-15 drops, and just massage this area for 5 minutes before going to sleep. And one other most important thing is soak some coriander seeds in the night in water, and in 1 glass of water you soak 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoon of coriander seeds, and then in the next morning boil those coriander seeds so that the water reduces to half. Then strain the water and sip it like a tea or a coffee in the morning. The first thing, on empty stomach you have to do it, and then eat something after half an hour. And this is said to be doing a miraculous results for thyroid people. So I think you can try this out, and it is not harmful at all. It does not have any side effects. Try this for 15 days, and if you can see the good results, you can continue. People have claimed that after taking for 3 months, they have just stopped taking pills. Their thyroid was like 10 to 15 years old, and they have just stopped taking pills after doing this. There is one more thing. If you don't want coriander seeds, you can take coriander leaves, the fresh coriander leaves. Make a paste of it. Make a paste of coriander leaves. Take a teaspoon of coriander leaf paste and then drink warm water on it. That's the first thing you have to do in the morning without eating anything. On an empty stomach you have to do it. So these are the few things that you can do, and you can uproot thyroid totally. And I think it would be quite helpful to you. If you want to have any questions regarding any food type that which you should eat or you should not eat, you can write in comments and you can ask me. I'll be very happy to answer you people. And before going, I just also want to say, when you do yoga, pranayam, exercises, also remember to meditate. It is a must because it relieves your stress, and these are all stress-based diseases. And when you are done away with everything, a little acupressure you can do just in the root of your thumb, this place. So in both the hands, do it for 5 to 6 minutes. This also helps a lot in getting the right amount of secretion from your glands. It activates your gland in a right manner. So you can do acupressure here. So these are few simple tricks and tips you can do at home, and you can relieve yourself from thyroid. Thank you so much, and I hope you'll give your feedback to me as soon as possible. Thank you, and bye-bye.